neighbors, and welcome to Miracle Farm 1927. Come with me and we're going to go to the sorghum patch. Well, neighbors, it's been a few weeks since we've been out in the sorghum patch. Actually, it's been 3 weeks since you guys have seen it. And because Miracle had a lot of stuff going on, so we shared her video instead of mine. And I just want to show you guys a little update on the sorghum. I'm standing out here in it, and the last time you saw it, it was about head high. Look at it now. And I'll give y'all a better view of it down through here. So I'm thinking it's probably about 10, 11 foot tall now and fixing to put on those heads. This week's job in the sorghum is putting up these T-posts. As you can see, I'm just a little bit challenged as far as height goes. So I'm getting these out here for the kids because they're all 6 foot tall. So they can put the driver on and drive these in. These posts are 7 foot tall. And the reason we got them so tall is to keep the sorghum up. What will be happening with the sorghum this week and why this is so important, they're going to start putting on their heads. And when they get their heads on, their heads get heavy, and if a big wind comes, or this is hurricane season, we might not get many hurricanes around here, but we do get big winds and it will knock them over. So what we're trying to do is some preventive maintenance and getting these stobs in the ground, and we put 3 stobs for each row, one on each end and one in the middle. And then that way I can just run the baling twine and keep it taut up against the sorghum, and then even if the wind blows them a little bit, they won't fall. They have just enough. We tie them way up here closer to the top. They're going to get this sorghum will probably get about 14 foot high, so sometimes the tops break out of them, but it's just a little preventive thing that we do. We have had almost half of the sorghum be blown down before, and we have to come out here and set it all back up, and we'll have to do some of that. We always do every year, but this is the kind of sorghum my husband likes, this real tall stuff. And because it's so tall and thick, we don't have to grow as much to make a vat. And so we've determined that this amount fills up our vat very nicely. So what I am doing, because I'm too short to drive the post in, I am putting all the posts out where they're supposed to go. And so Righteous can come out here and drive a few, and Miracle can come out here and drive a few. It's still tall to them too. They really have to reach up here, and but it's just a job that we do that if you had a lot of sorghum you couldn't do it, but with this, we only have 7 rows and it's fine with us. And then next week I will be starting to, I take the bottom leaves off the sorghum because they're starting to turn yellow and everything now anyway, but it's getting the time of year where we start looking for aphids. Now, that's why I grow my flowers on both sides of the sorghum have flowers. And the flowers are to attract the ladybugs, and you saw the beautiful butterflies. So I don't have a lot of problem with aphids, and it just seems like keeping the bottom leaves off, it keeps them from being able to travel. There's a ladybug right here on this leaf up here. Anyway, it seems like doing that keeps the aphids from traveling as good as they do, and it's something we're going to have to do later anyway, is take off the leaves. So nobody will have to bend over real far when we do strip the leaves later on in the fall. So let me get back to work. So I decided to come out here in front of the beautiful flowers just to enjoy them some more and ask y'all some questions. I have been on a health journey here since March. That's my mom's, who's passed away, birthday, and it's taken me quite a while to get back, I guess, get in the routine of it and just make it a normal part of my schedule, because it is something that I'll have to do for the rest of my life. So getting in that mindset is really hard. So at first, there was I got a kidney infection, and that held me back for a few days. But recently I injured my back, and it was a stupid move on my part, just carrying something too heavy and taking a step that I wasn't supposed to take. And I injured 2 layers of muscles from my ribs down to my hip, and I was bent over for a solid week. I was just absolutely bent over, and got really sad because I had made so much progress for me. It wouldn't be progress for anybody else, but for me, just getting into a routine of health is a big deal. And Jesus and I would take a walk every morning. This is week 3, and I have just completed I walk 4 days a week, sometimes 5, but it's on my schedule to go 4, among other exercises. And I wanted to know what you did when, flu season's coming up. What do you do when you're in the middle of really trying to get your health back, and something happens, like you get the flu, or a bad cold, or a sore throat, or you're running a fever, or like me, I had an injury where I couldn't hardly walk for 2 weeks. And after the 2nd week, I started slowly. And I did learn through this, because this is a lifetime, the rest of my life, however long the Lord allows me to stay on this earth, I'm going to be doing this no matter what the weather, doing walking and other exercises, strength training. And what do you do when you have a big setback, especially for someone like me who is starting, at the most basic level, and big mucking wrench gets thrown into it. So I was wondering what other ladies did to get them back. I learned for myself it had to be a very gentle approach, because my fear was that I would injure myself more trying to do more and having a big setback. So this morning, I'm glad to say that it was my first full week back. I walked 4, maybe 5 times a week, but I'd got my 4 walks in. And on the way home on the last walk, the back tightened up real heavy again, but I'm looking forward to getting back to it next week. And so that's what I'm wondering. I'm just wondering what you guys do especially when you're starting from scratch like I am. The cold and flu season's coming up, and I don't want everybody going to get a cold and flu. And we take herbs, and usually they don't put us way down. I might be out of commission for 2 or 3 days, and that's what I was wondering. I was just wondering what you guys do, and this is all about encouraging one another, because any move is a move forward. Even like when I was really hurt 2 weeks ago and I couldn't do anything, I would do small little, just a few yards of walk, until I got so bent over and my back got so tight that I just couldn't straighten up. So I never quit completely. I just really modified it. Like I said, it was a really gentle approach. We want to be good to ourselves and take care of ourselves, and that's what I want for you too. And this is my girl. I just like for us to encourage each other, and you let me know what you're doing, and especially through the winter, what do you do during the bad weather? Like for me, I'll be right out in it. But I farm. I'm a farmer anyway, so I'm out in it anyway, so that doesn't make any difference. So the kids are everybody's glad that I'm back to my work and milking the goats like I'm supposed to, and keeping the house clean, and able to cooking supper and washing dishes was even hard for me. So I'm just glad the basic stuff has come back, and I'm thrilled to death. It's a blessing to be able to walk. I've watched my sister suffer with not being able to walk and having to have operations to fix that. I see other people that can't, and so if you can do, because when I was getting discouraged this morning, coming up the hill, back was tightening up, the little song, I have decided to follow Jesus, came into my head. I want to be able to follow him, and I know some people have to follow him in different ways from a wheelchair. Well, I had no idea that the heat had gotten to the camera and it cut us off. So I just wanted to continue what I was saying about following him, even if it's from a wheelchair. We're going to follow him, but as long as I can walk, I'm going to walk, and when I walk, I pray. So that's just what I was finishing saying. So neighbors, I want to thank you so very much for joining us, and have a beautiful, beautiful week. And I'm going to be praying for you like I always am. And drop me a email or a comment down below if you have any ideas about someone starting on their wellness journey, and about sickness or injury or anything like that. I would love for you to leave it down in the comments, so you can help everybody with that. And I value that from you guys. The other thing is, don't forget, I pray for you. And if you have a regular prayer request, just put it down in the comments. But if it's something personal, just shoot me an email, and my email address is down below this video. So very easy to get to me. So I look forward to seeing you again in 2 weeks. And I wanted to show you this little thing right here. This is coming up from a Farm Girl Friday. We just got done helping Miracle yesterday, and this was in her pasture, and it's a maypop or a passion flower. So I was so thrilled to see this, and she's got a lot of them, so we're tickled about that. But she'll be bringing you all that information, but this is my little goodie that I got. And of course, Righteous will be bringing you some tractor videos, and I know you guys really enjoy those, and we do too. We are so blessed that you've been with us today and are so thankful for you. And we will see you in 2 weeks on one of my videos. Blessings, y'all.